161, 161 to 165. The table shows the mileage of 5 bikes and the distance that can be covered by them, the quantity of fuel in their tanks respectively. It also shows the quantity in liters of fuel. The tank as a percentage of the total capacity of the tank. Note, tank of the bike might be filled completely or partially filled. First, A, or the mileage are given 36 kilometers per liter, and the distance that can be covered in kilometers with the quantity of fuel in the tank is how many kilometers? 348.3 kilometers. First we written A, how much distance are covered? 348.3 kilometers. Per every liter, how many kilometers? 36 kilometers. 36 how many times? 36 6 how much? 216. What is the remaining? 36 6 216. What is the remaining? 36 almost 9 times. What is the 36 9s? 324. What is the remaining? 24 means 243. 243 means 243. 36 6 times how much? 216. What is the remaining? Actually 243. 216 is completed. What is the remaining? 27. 27 means that is considered 270. 270. 36 again. 36 again 7 times. 7 into 36 means it is 252. What is the remaining? 252 completed. Remaining 18. 18 means 180. Total how many times? 5 times. This one we written 9.675 liters. 9.675 liters. 9.675 liters. And it is which one? Distance that can be covered with the quantity of fuel in the tank. How many liters are required? 9.675 liters. And one more are given. What is the last line? Quantity of the fuel in the tank as a percent of the total capacity of the tank. Out of the total tank capacity, how much percent are consumed? 64.5 means 9.675 liters equal to how much? 64.5%. Then we are get the 100%, that is total capacity of the tanker. Yes or no? 645 almost 15 times. Means how many liters it is? 15 liters. 1 decimal cancel. 645 15 times. It is what is the total capacity of the tank? 15 liters. What is the second one? Per liter 42 kilometers. 336 means 336 by 42. How many liters? 8 liters. That 8 liters equal to what is the percentage? 57 1 by 7. 57 1 by 7 means that is 4 by 7. What are the 4 parts value? 8. 7 parts value? 14 liters. Next, what is the C? 240 divided by 24. How many liters? 10. The 10 equal to how much percent? 66 2 by 3%. Nothing but 2/3. Means 2 parts are 10. 3 parts are 15 liters. Next, what is the D? 180 kilometers in 60 kilometers per liter. Means 180 by 60. How many liters? 3 liters. 3 liters. That is represents how much percent? 33.33. 1/3 or 1/4? 1/3. 1/3 value 3 liters means total 9 liters. E. What is the E value? 216 liters, 216 kilometers with a speed of 54 kilometer per hour. How many times? 4 times. Means 4 liters. But total 40% is 4 means 100% is 10 liters, sir. Okay. Bike A, how many liters are consumed? 9.675 are consumed, but actual tank capacity 15 liters. Bike B, 8 liters are consumed, but actual capacity 14 liters, sir. C also 10 liters are consumed, but actual capacity 15 liters, sir. Total tank capacity is 15, 14, 15, 9 and 10 are. These are the total tank capacity are. What is the first question? Clearly given quantity of fuel in the tank, total capacity of the tank. What is the first one? Find the ratio of the capacity of a fuel tank of bike C and that of bike D. What is the bike C fuel capacity? 15 liters. Bike D 9 liters. What is the ratio? 5:3 or not? Next 162. The quantity of fuel in bike D. Clearly given quantity of fuel in bike D is what percentage of the quantity of fuel in bike C? What is the quantity of fuel in bike D? 3. Quantity of fuel in bike D. Quantity. How many liters? 3 liters. Quantity of fuel in bike C. How many liters? 10 liters. Then we return 3 by 10 into 100. What is the percentage? 30%. Next 163. In previous one clearly given capacity of a fuel tank. But here quantity of a fuel in bike or not? Okay. Next 163. The volume of the empty part of the fuel tank of bike A is what percentage that of B or not? Okay. What is the actual capacity of bike A? 15 liters. In that quantity are 9.675. What is the remaining? 5.325 or not? That is empty part or filled part? Empty part. Actual capacity 15 liters. In that 9.675 are consumed or not? Means what is the empty part remaining? 5.325. It is what percent of which one? B. What is the B actual capacity? 14. In that 8 liters. What is the remaining? 6 or not? 5.325 by 6 into which one? 100 or not? It is less than 90%. What is the 10%? 0.6. 90%. 5.4 or not? Definitely it should be less than 90%. What is the nearest value? 88.75. Next 164. If the fuel tank of bike is emptied completely and the rate of the fuel is how much? 106 rupees per liter. Find the amount needed completely fill the fuel tank of bike E. What is the bike E actual capacity? 10 liters. Per liter value? 106. Answer 1060. Completely emptied or not? Means completely emptied means we are filled the complete part or not? Complete part means how many liters we need? 10 liters. What is the per liter value? 106. 10 liters value 1060. Next one. If the capacity of the fuel is given 112.75 rupees per liter, then find the approximately cost per kilometer of running bike A. Okay. Actually bike A cost of the fuel per liter is how much? 112.75. And find the approximately cost per kilometer of running bike A. Means cost by which one? Kilometers. First, what is the cost? Nothing but number of liters multiplied by cost. What is the number of liters of bike A? 15 liters. What is the each liter cost? 112.75. Total cost 112.75 into how many liters? 15 liters. That is cost or kilometers? Cost. Divide by how many kilometers are given? Per liter how many kilometers? 36. Divide by which one? 36. Actually it is wrong. 112.75 into 15 means that is the actual total cost. Okay. But distance that can be covered in kilometers with the quantity of fuel in the tank is how much? 348.3. Numerator is cost, denominator kilometers, total cost by total kilometers, we are get the which one? Cost per liter, sorry, cost per kilometer. What is the numerator? Total cost. Denominator total kilometers. Total cost by total kilometers, we are get the cost per kilometer. And here 348.3, 112.75 into 15 by 348.3. Actually it is almost 1/3 value or 1/4 value. 1/3. 112.75, 348.3. Almost 1/3 value. What is the 1/3 of 15? 5. Definitely answer should be nearby 5 or not? But less than 5 are getting. Actual calculation we are getting 4.75 something, but nearby 5. Answer is none. Approximately we return 5%. More than 4 are getting, but less than 5. Simplify చేస్తే 4 point something వస్తుంది, but less than 5 వస్తుంది. Calculation చేద్దామంటే చేద్దాం మరి. Next 166. There are 4 companies PQR which are manufacturing the mobiles. The ratio in the number of sold mobiles of R and unsold mobiles of P is given 2:1. Manufacturing the mobiles and sold and unsold. First one is given manufacturing, second one sold, next unsold. How many companies are given? 4. P, Q, R, S, R. And here what is the last 2 second line? The number of sold mobiles of S is how much? 50. S sold value is how much? 50. S sold value are 50, which is 25 less than the manufactured value of Q. 25 less means Q manufactured value 75. Next, any other clue? The ratio between the unsold value of mobiles Q and that of R is how much? 3:5. 3:5. Or the starting line? The total number of manufactured mobiles of R is given how much? 90. R manufactured value 90, which is 72% of the unsold mobiles of all the companies together. Unsold mobiles of all the companies means 90 is represents how much? 72%. 90 or 72% means 100% is how much? 18 4 times 18 5 times, sir, that is 125. Means total unsold value of all the companies is how much? 125. Next, what the last line are given? The total number of unsold mobiles of all the companies together is 212.5% more than the number of mobiles sold per. Means unsold value is 212.5% more than the sold value of peer. Okay, that 125. 212.5% means it is considered 200% plus 12.5. 200% means 2. 12.5 means 1 by 8. Total it is 17 by 8. More or less? More. One will be 8 parts, another one 8 plus 17, 25 parts. What is the 25 parts value? 125. What is the 8 parts value? 40. That 40 are which one? P sold value. P sold value is how much? 40, which is 15 more than the unsold value of S. Means 40 is more, means remaining 25. The 25 is unsold value of S. What is the unsold value of S? 25. Next, what is the starting line? Ratio between the number of sold mobiles of R and unsold mobiles of P is given how much? 2:1. Any clue? No. Next, what is the second line? The ratio to the unsold mobiles of S and sold mobiles of Q is how much? 5:9. Means 5 parts are 25. 9 parts are 45. That 45 is the unsold value of Q. Sold or unsold? Sold. sold value of Q is how much? 45. Next, the ratio between the number of unsold mobiles of Q and that of R is how much? 3:5. What is the Q unsold value? 30. That is represents 3 parts. Then 5 parts are 50. Manufacturing and sold difference is unsold are 75 and 45 difference 30. 30 are represents 3 parts. Then 5 parts are 50. Obviously sold R value 40 are. Next, what is the total unsold? 125. In that 105 complete. What is the remaining? 20. 40 plus 20, 60. P manufacture value 60. What is the S manufacture value? 75. 75. What is the total sold value? 175. What is the total manufacture value? 300. Question number 166. Average total number of mobiles in all the companies together. What is the total number of mobiles? 300. Divide by 4. What is the answer? 75. Next, the number of mobiles manufactured by T is 20% more than the number of mobiles manufactured by P. If the ratio of the unsold to sold mobiles is given 1:5, what is the difference between the sold and unsold value of T? How many parts are difference? 4 parts. Out of 6 parts are 4 by 6. T value compared to P value, how much percent or more? 20% more. Means 4 by 6 of 120% of what is the P manufactured? 60 or? What is the 120% of 60? 72. 6 how many times? 12. 12 for the 48. Next question number 168. The number of manufactured mobiles of P is what percent less or more than that of S? What is the P manufactured value? 60. It is compared to which one? S. What is the S manufactured value? 75. What is the ratio? 4:5 or how many parts are less? 1 part. 1 upon 5 means 20%. Next question number 169. Sold value of Q and R. What is the sold value of Q and R? 90. Q and R 85. 85 means that is 17 multiple. First value must be 17. Next question number 170. Difference between the sold and unsold. 175 and 125. What is the difference? 50. Next 176. Pipes P alone and Q alone can fill a tank in 20 hours and 24 hours respectively. They start filling the same tank on alternative hours starting with P. Then find in how many hours the tank will be filled completely or not. What is the LCM of 20 and 24? 120. Means total tank capacity 120 or not. 20 how many times? 6. 24. 5 times or not. Means every 2 hours how many liters are filled? 11 liters are not. Starting with P or starting with A? Starting with P. What is the total tank? 120 or not. 120 is divided by 11. How many times are possible? 10 times or not. 10 to the how much? 20. Means after 20 hours how many liters are filled? 110 liters are not. What is the remaining? 10 liters. Next 1 hour which one are filled? P. How many liters are filled? 6. 110 plus 6. 116 is completed. What is the remaining? 4 liters. That 4 liters are filled by second piper. What is the second pipe per hour value? 5 liters. But if required 4 liters means it will be 4 by 5 hours. What is the question here? Total timer. What is the answer? 21. 4 by 5 hours. Next question number 177. Ratio of the Revanth age 5 years ago to the Yuvraj age 5 years hence is 7:6. Venki present age is 20% more than the Revanth age 10 years hence. And the ratio of the Venki present age to Yuvraj age 5 years hence is how much? 2:1. And what is the question here? Find the present age of Venki. Venki percentage is 20% more than the which one? Revant age 10 years and so on. Okay. 20% means what is the fraction? 1 by 5 or not? Means one will be 5 parts, another one 6 parts or not? Means Venki we are consider how many parts? 6 parts or not? Yes or no? Revant after 10 years he will be how many parts? 5 parts. Means 5 parts value equal to how much? R plus 10 or not? Means Revant percentage is how much? 5 parts minus 10 or plus 10? Minus 10. 5 parts minus 10, that is which one percentage? Revant percentage or not? After 10 years he will be 5 parts means at present are 5 parts minus 10. Next. And one more, what is the starting line are given? Revant age 5 years ago. Yuvraj age 5 years hence will be how much? 7:6. 5 years ago means Revant will be 5 parts minus 15 equal to which one? 7 by 6 of Yuvraj how many years? After 5 years sir. Wait. Compare to this one, what is the last line are given? Calculation wise, what is the last one? Venki percentage to the Yuvraj age after 5 years will be how much? 2:1. Already Venki 6 parts. Means 2 value are represent 6 parts sir. What is the remaining? 1 part. In place of 1 we written how many parts? 3 parts. The 3 parts are Yuvraj after how many years? 5 years. Means Yuvraj present value 3 parts minus 5 or plus 5? Minus 5. All are getting present values or past values? Present values. What is the starting line? Revant 5 years ago. Revant 5 years ago means 5 parts minus 15. That is equal to 7 by 6 of Yuvraj 5 years hence. Means 3 parts minus 5 plus 5. Means it will be 3 parts or 3 how many times? 2 times or just cross multiplication. 2 5s are 10. 2 into 15 30. Means 7 parts and 10 parts difference 3 parts. That is equal to 30. What is the 1 part value? 10 or not? What is the question here? Present age of Venki. How many parts we need? 6 parts. What is the answer? 60. Ash invested in scheme P at 22% per annum at simple interest for 2 years and scheme Q at 15% per annum at compound interest compounding annually for 2 years. If the amount invested in scheme Q is 20% more than that amount invested in scheme P. Okay. Q investment compared to P investment, how much percent or more? 20% more. Means suppose P investment we are consider 5 parts, Q investment 6 parts are already parts unknown are. Next, time is also unknown are. How many unknowns are there? 2 unknowns. Then answer cannot be 5:6 ratio investment ratio. In investment case which one are unknown? Parts value are unknown. Next, time also unknown are given. One case time is given, another case time are 2 years are given. One case 3 years already unknown. Okay, if anyone doubt, first case simple interest or compound interest? Simple interest. 22 into T means we return 22 T% of how many parts? 5 parts are. How many unknowns are there? 2 unknowns. Answer cannot be determined. Next 179. P monthly salary is given how much? 50,000. He spends 40% of his monthly salary on food and 20% of the remaining monthly salary on house rent. Additionally, he spends X rupees on children education and spends 20% of his monthly salary on travel. If he saved his remaining salary and his savings is given 10,000, find the value of X. First monthly salary 50,000. In that how much percent are completed? 40%. Means 20,000 is completed. What is the remaining? 30,000. In that how much percent? 20%. What is the 20% of 30,000? 6,000. 6,000 is completed. What is the remaining? 24,000. That is after house rent. After house rent, what is the remaining value? 24,000. Additionally, he spends X rupees on children education. From children education, how many rupees are spending? X rupees. And he spends 20% of monthly salary on travel. What is the monthly salary? 50. In the 20% means 10,000. Okay. What is the 20% of 50,000? 10,000. Next, if he saved his remaining salary and his savings are how much? 10,000. Savings are how much? 10,000. Okay. What is the children education? X. Next, travel 10,000. Savings 10,000. These three are adding, it will be equal to remaining value. What is the remaining value? 24,000. Then X equal to 4,000. Next question number 180. A and B enter into a business with a capital of 20,000. ఎవరికన్నా పేపర్ కావాలా? పేపర్ కావాలా? A and B enter into a business with a capital of 20,000 and 16,000 respectively. At the end of the 8th month, A added 4,000 more and he left the business after 10 months. After 1 year, B invested his profit in a scheme which offers compound interest at the rate of 20% per annum. If after 2 years, B gets a total amount of 69,120. Find the total profit of A. For the A initial investment 20,000, B initial investment 16,000. What is the ratio? 4,000 5 times 4,000 4 times 4,000 one timer. A initial investment 5 parts, B initial investment 4 parts. At the end of the 8th month, A added how many rupees? 5,000. Means 5 parts for 8 months. 1 part is added means 6 parts used for business after 10 months and he left the business after 10 months means remaining how many months? 2 months. Second person after 1 year B invested his profit in scheme means second person how many months? 12 months. All are in 4 multiples. 4 ones, 4 2 times, 4 year 3 times, 4 ones. 5 2 how much? 10 plus 3 means 13 and here 12. What is the profit ratio? 13 is to 12. And here B invested his profit in a scheme which offers compound interest at the rate of 20% per annum. If after 2 years B gets a total amount of how much? 69,120. What is the B profit? 12 parts. It is invested in compound interest or simple interest? Compound interest. What is the rate of percent? 20%. For 2 years means compound interest 44. Interest 44. Then amount will be 144%. 144% of 12 parts equal to how much? 69,120. But required total profit of A means how many parts we need? 13 parts. Irrespective of one part, answer must be multiple of 13. How many options are 13 multiples? Only one. Third option is 13 multiple. Next question number 181. The total surface area of a cone is 25% of the total surface area of a cylinder. If the radius of the cylinder is 50% more than that of a cone and the height and radius of the cylinder are equal, and find the ratio of the slant height of the cone and height of the cylinder respectively. First, radius of a cylinder is 50% more than the which one? Radius of a cone. Suppose radius of a cone we are consider 2 parts. Height of radius of the cylinder are 3 parts, and one more, height and radius of the cylinder are equal means height of the cylinder also how many parts? 3 parts. Okay. What is the starting line? Total surface area of a cone. What is the surface area of total surface area of a cone? Pi r into r plus r. Pi r into r plus l. That is equal to 25% of which one? Total surface area of a cylinder. Means 1 by 4th of, what is the total surface area of a cylinder? 2 pi r into r plus hr. Okay. First, both sides pi get cancelled. Both sides pi get cancelled. Don't cancel the r. Left hand side R means cone radius. Right hand side R means cylinder radius. What the R in left hand side? 2 parts into R plus L means 2 parts plus L. Next, right hand side 1 by 4 into 2R. 2R means 6 parts into R plus H. 6 parts. Okay. Both sides parts get cancelled. 4 how many times here? 9 times. It is 9 parts. Okay. Left hand side 4 parts plus 2L. Right hand side 9 parts. 2L equal to 5 parts. L equal to 2.5 parts. 2L equal to 5 parts. L equal to how much? 2.5 parts. What is the question here? Slant height of the cone and height of the cylinder. What is the slant height of a cone? 2.5 parts. What is the height of the cylinder? 3 parts. We required ratio 2.5 double 5, 3 double 6. What is the answer? 5:6. Next question number 182. A shopkeeper sold a table at 40% discount and thus made a loss of 10%. If he gives a discount is equal to half of the previous discount, then he makes a profit of 60 rupees. Find at what price the shopkeeper should he sell the table to make a profit of 25%. First of all, what is the discount are given? 40%. Loss is given 10%. 40% discount means what is the selling price? 60% of market price. Next, 10% loss means selling price is 90% of cost price. In this one we are getting market price and cost price relational. What is the ratio? 3/2. Market price is how many parts? 3 parts. Cost price are 2 parts. Next, and one more, if he gives a discount is equal to half of the previous discount and he makes a profit of how much? 60. What is the previous discount? 40%. Half discount means 20%. 20% discount means selling price is 80% of market price. Market price is 3 parts. 80% of 3 parts. That is selling price or cost price? Selling price. But he getting a profit is how many rupees? 60. Profit 60. Already we know cost price. Cost price is how many parts? 2 parts plus 60 here. What is the left hand side? After discount. Right hand side cost price plus profit. It is also selling price. What is the 80% of 3 parts? 2.4 parts. What is the difference between 2.4 and 2? 0.4 parts. That is equal to how much? 60. Every one part are 600 by 4 means 150 or 150. What is the question here? Should sell the table to make a profit of 25%. What is the cost price? 2 parts is how much? 300. Again it is sold at 25% profit. What is the 25% of 300? 75. What is the answer? 375. We know the one part value 150, then 2 parts value 300. Profit 25% means 375. Next question number 183. There are 5 consecutive odd numbers and 3 consecutive even numbers. The sum of the 5 consecutive odd numbers is how much? 125. And the lowest even number is 6 more than the twice the average of 5 consecutive odd numbers. Find the ratio between the lowest odd number and highest even number. 5 consecutive odd numbers. 5 consecutive odd numbers and 3 consecutive even numbers. 3 consecutive even numbers. One condition is given, sum of the 5 consecutive odd numbers is how much? 125. Sum is 125 means what is the average? 25. The 25 is the middle number of odd number series. Okay. Sum will be 125. Average 125 by 5 means 25. What is the next one? The lowest even number is 6 more than the which one? Twice the average of 5 consecutive odd numbers. Already average 25. Double means 50. Compared to that one, 6 more. Means smallest even number is 56. Okay. And what is the question here? Ratio between the lowest odd number and highest even number. Lowest odd number means 21. Highest even number means 60. What is the question here? Ratio between 21 is to 60. What is the answer? 7 is to 20. Is to 184. A boat took 12 hours less than to travel a certain distance downstream than to travel the same distance in upstream. If the speed of the stream is given 12 km per hour and speed of the boat is 83 1/3% more than the speed of the stream, find the total distance traveled by the boater. Okay, first, and here boat speed compared to speed of the stream, how much percent or more? 83 1/3% more. Suppose speed of the stream 83 1/3% means what is the fraction? 5/6 means speed of the stream are 6 parts. Then speed of the boat are 6 plus 5 or 6 minus 5? 6 plus 5 means boat speed is how many parts? 11 parts. 11 parts. What are the 6 parts value are given? 12. Then 11 parts value 22. And here upstream time compared to downstream time, how many hours are less? 12 hours less than the downstream time compared to which one? Upstream time. Means upstream time is more or less? More. But we required which one? Distance traveled by the boat. First, distance means we written d by what the upstream time is more or downstream time less means upstream time are more. Then this one we written what is the upstream speed? 10. Next, d by what is the downstream speed? 34. D by 10 minus d by 34 equal to how many hours? 12 hours. Simplify this one, we are get the d value. Okay. Take the d value 170. 170 by 10 means 17. 170 by 34, 5. 17 minus 5, 12. Next question number 185. A milkman had a mixture of 320 liters which contains a milk and water in the ratio of which one? 5:3. A milkman sold 96 liters of the mixture and it is mixed with milk and water in the ratio of which one? 5:2 in the remaining mixture. The ratio of milk to water in the final mixture is how much? 85:48. What is the question here? Find the water percentage in the final mixture. We required only water percentage in final mixture. In final mixture water is how many parts? 48. Total mixture is how many parts? 123 parts. 133. 48 by 133 into 100. We are concentrate on water percentage in final mixture. Water is how many parts? 48 out of 133. Simplify this one, we are get the percentage. What is the 10% of 133? 13.3. 30%. 39.3. It is more than 30% or more than 30%. 30% already we are getting 39.9. Suppose if you are taken 5% value. What is the 5% value? 6.5. 6.65. Okay. It is more than 35% or less than 35%? More than 35. More than 35 means it will be taken 37 or 36 or 37. What is the 2%? 39 plus 6, 45 plus 7, 45 plus 2, 47 means it is 36.0. Definitely it is less than 37 but more than 36.